Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Kirk, oh my goodness, from 725. Jeff, how you doing? Tom, how you doing? Robert, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, guys. Check out one. Anybody know who and or what this is? I'll wait. Wow. You guys make me feel special every week. Alright. So, since I don't say cheating. Since I'm using my cup, the whole thing is, Ayo, what's going on with you, Kirk? My voice is still really messed up. I overexerted my voice, and I feel like it's not an H2O shirt. It is a YouTuber shirt. It is. Well, we'll wait. See if anybody else knows who and or what this is. But Tom is the man. Tom sent me something. Tom sent me a couple letters, and we are going to be Eric Moreno. How are you doing this evening, sir? So this is like an apple brandy, and we're just going to do a nice healthy pour. Yes, there was definitely too much hollering in Ocean City. I like that. Hollering. And some cranberry juice. Oh yeah, most likely. That is the way it happens. Every Wednesday, you guys get to ask me questions. This is kind of like hot ones, but instead of hot wings, we get liquor to. I'm not a real big rum drinker, Tom. I'm more of a vodka and moonshine drinker. I like clear liquor, but nothing against anyone who likes dark liquor. All right. So I don't really have like. I figured every now and again I should just do like a Q&A session. Like if you guys have questions or want to ask questions, and obviously you guys know I can't answer everything. But there are 14 of you on the live stream right now. If you haven't already, please hit please hit that thumbs up for me. So I just want to tell you guys are the best. My subscribers, you guys are like, you're definitely like friends and family, no doubt. I just want to tell you guys know that I was in Ocean City, Maryland last week for the big car event that I've been going to for years now, called H2O. It's H2OI, but no one who really is into it calls or says H2OI or H2O International. We just all say H2O. So I was in Ocean City for the car event, and one of you guys said, hey, I'm not far away from where you'll be in Ocean City. I'm going to come and I'm going to meet up with you, and I'm going to get some food from you. So, sure, no problem. You know, when people tell me they're going to do things, a lot of times I really don't believe it. I don't believe it until I see it. So I hit up my man, Kirk. Well, Kirk actually hit me up. And he says, hey, I'm going to link up with you. I'm going to come down there on Thursday. You'll be there Thursday, he said, and once I get off work, we can hang out. I said, all right, cool. Whatever. So Thursday comes and I say, hey, man, I'm on my way. He's like, all right, good. I'll be done, after 2. I said, we won't get to the house until after 2, so that's pretty perfect. I make my deliveries. I make my stops. We, stop and eat, BS on the way down there. We get down there. I say, Kurt, hey, I'm at the beach house. He said, all right, I'll be there. Lo and behold, my man shows up. Oh, all right, we are winning right now. We are winning. Time out. There are 19 of you on the stream. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up for me. Thumbs up button for me. Greatly appreciated. So my man Kirk says, I'm going to come through. Where are you staying? I tell him where we're staying. I said, we got a beach house. All right. Two Steaks Barbecue. How you doing? Smoking Joe's Pit. How you doing? All right. So So Kurt comes through and he buys some food, right? He purchases, like 3 things of pork and maybe 2 cups of chicken. I have them separated in half-pound containers. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're standing in the street. We're, BS and we're talking. And man says, hey, you're right near, what is it, Swigging Smoke or Smoking something. Let's go get a drink. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. I walk down the street. We walk a block and a half away. We could proceed to sit down. And he's like, all right, what's up? Get a drink. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to get one. Oh, Pit and Pub is the name of the place. Pit and Pub is at 28th and Philadelphia. So, Pit and Pub, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and sit down. I'm going to order a drink. I said, I can get a drink and, we'll talk, chit-chat, and then I'll go ahead back on to my friends, right? Mr. Sean, how you doing? Man, Kurt darn near tried to drink me under the table. Now, granted, I'd already been drinking, just slightly. When I went over there with him, so I think I was maybe a beer or 3 in. When I went over down the street with him and proceeded to I ordered 1 Long Island, and it wasn't like a small Long Island, okay? It was a full glass of Long Island. And I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm going to drink my drink and be on my way, right? Nah. I guess the first one. I'm chilling. I'm like, I'm good. The waitress comes back past. Man, Robert, that thing is killing me, man. Yeah, so waitress comes back past, and then I said, what the heck? I'm gonna order a second one. So when we ordered the second one, hey, Bear, right? I know it's not Care Bear because Care Bear is your daughter's channel. Which one was it? I think so. I remember. Okay. Trying to get the camera to focus, the phone to focus. Come on, focus. All right, there we go. So I ordered the second one, and then after I ordered the second one, we got some wings, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm good. Waitress comes back around and says, would you like another? I'm like, oh, no, thank you. I'm good. This guy, he was like, he sure is going to have another one. Joaquin, how you doing, man? He's like, he sure is going to have another one. And I was force ordered my 3rd Long Island iced tea. Now, mind you, they're this big. It's a full-size glass. Man, and I did not show him my knives. I guess we talked about that, yeah. But, no, I didn't show him the knives. Yeah, buddy, Rich, how you doing? Do I like Taylor Swift? I'm not really a big pop music fan. So, Lou, I don't really have a specific topic. I was actually recounting the experience I had meeting Kirk, who is one of you guys, one of your subscribers. Oh, no. That's just not a lightweight. There were 3 full-size glasses, like a pint. It was 3 pint glasses basically, and it was a little bit of ice, and it was a Long Island iced tea. I had 3 of them. I'm not even gonna lie, I was intoxicated, but I was able. I still had my faculties. I actually even sold some food like that. One of my buddies drove me up to where I had to make delivery, but Kirk tried to kill me the first time I met him. You guys, if you ever meet Kirk, watch out for him. He'll get you drunk. All right. My buddy Andrew is in the room on the live stream. What's going on? So I don't really have a specific topic. Oh no. I'm chilling right now, man. I haven't even. I just poured my drink. Oh boy. Camwear TV. I do not know karate, but I know crazy. Neither one of us fell on the floor. We're grown men. Crack. I don't sleep very much. Swig and smoke. That's how I balance. Do I like Care Bears? Yes, I like Care Bears. Louisville Slugger, how you doing, man? Fantasy Pimp, hey yo, what's up with you? Scott Herman, thank you. I enjoy my channel too. Hey, I'm like Doc Cooks, man. That's Dr. Ramirez, man. You throwing me off. Dr. Ramirez, you've seen me throw down. Yes. Next best thing. Hold on. I've been specifically waiting for the live stream. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm 6 foot 335. John Greneau, how are you doing this evening, sir? No, it's called H2O because it was a water-cooled car event. I do like Mexican food to an extent. All right, so Tom, okay, so the whole thing is this, right? It's one of those things where you had to be there to really understand it. So everyone goes down there and they do stuff for attention because of the fact that everyone's got a camera out. Nowadays, everyone has a phone out. There are guys who have made their YouTube careers by going down to Ocean City, filming this event, getting a video with 50,000 to 100,000 views, and then that jumpstarts their channel. I know of probably 4 or 5 people who have done it, and there are probably, of the 4 or 5 people that have like jump-started their channel by doing these videos every single year, there are probably 20 or 30 or maybe even 50 other smaller YouTubers who are trying to do the same thing. So any and everywhere, all around Ocean City, all weekend long, there's like high dollar cameras out and doing some serious filming. So everyone does things for attention. Probably 3 years ago, there was a guy who he wore a banana costume for attention, said attention. Well, he ended up, from what I understand, he claims to be the first person that wore the banana suit. And this was 3 years ago. He wore the banana suit, and then he ended up getting arrested because the whole thing is the cops are so like zero tolerance. If you step into the street, they're going to lock you up. So what happened was, apparently someone stopped on the street and was asking for information or directions, and there was either an ambulance or a fire truck or something that was coming. So the guy was like, hey, get out of here. And then what ended up happening was the cops saw him in the street. They came and arrested him. So he said, as a revenge, last year, he organized a march of the bananas because there were like 3 to 5 banana or people in banana costumes because it was a popular costume 2 years ago or 3 years ago from Walmart or Amazon. One of those type places where it was really cheap and easy to get. So he said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this again. And we're going to have all the bananas come together and we're just going to walk up Coastal Highway. So last year, if you look, there's a video where it was called like a bunch of roving bananas. And I probably need to change it to the Banana March, right? Because that was the first one last year. This is the second one. And the whole thing is they're just doing it for attention. And it was a organized disorganization type thing, and it really just turns into this funny thing because everyone knows that it's gonna happen because last year it happened, and then after it happened, it was like almost everybody that was in Ocean City saw those bananas or heard about those bananas between Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. They found out about them. So this year, it was like 3 times as big or 3 times as many people that were there last year and that were there 2 years ago. So it really is an attention thing, and it's just funny. Like, it's just fun and funny. Like, if you were there, the vibe of the bananas walking past was just, it was pretty crazy. Yep. Smoking Jules, and I did not show the knives. Actually, the video about the knives, me using them, Uh, the video about the knives will is actually coming out tomorrow. I used them earlier this week. I remember showing the knives. Getting ready to smoke some ribs for tomorrow. All right, that's what's up. So I did not score 150 points this week. I scored 115 points this week, and again I lost. I mean, I'm 1-for-1 and 3. I guess I am right now. Nope, I am 6 foot tall. Oh my goodness, there's 35 of you on the live stream. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up for me. Hey Jim, how you doing? Cooking with James. Well, James, how are you, sir? Nah, it was. I think there was probably 50 bananas max. But the thing was, there were 50 people dressed in banana costumes, but there were probably another 50 to 75 people who were just walking with them or following them. You and these Taylor Swift songs, Care Bear. I drive cars fast. That's the sport. Hannah, how are you doing this evening? Hey yo, Super Johnny. All right. As Jeff from Out of Order Barbecue says, he plays disc golf. Do you really have to get out of the chat to give a thumbs up? Like, can you turn your phones, sideways, and then press up the thumbs up? Like, I don't. Unfortunately, because of the fact that obviously I'm using my phone to stream, I don't know. Oh well, James, thank you very much, sir. Travis from Oklahoma. Joe, I have not gotten the van fixed yet. Preston, how are you doing? Oh, Jeff says you do have to exit. All right. Care Bear says they play basketball and soccer. Main sports. All right. Jeff says, but it's very simple. Cooking with James says, how long have I been smoking meats? Let's just say 10 years. I'm rounded up or down. I don't know. Tom says his sport is getting out of bed in the morning. So we have 21 thumbs up, man. Birthday coming up soon. Yes, sir, it is. October 14th. Same for you, right? Don't you have one coming up? Yours is the 13th, right? Or the 12th? I will be 38 this year. I was born in 1980. Preston asks, have I ever done box lunches for businesses? No, never a box lunch. The 15th. All right. Lou says he's the 21st. Well, Lou, you're good peoples. You're a Libra. I like that. So I have never done box lunches. Usually whenever I do a catered event or a lunch, I take the food, I set up warmers and everything like that. Yeah. All right, well, I got you by, 2 weeks, Jeff? So you need to respect your elders. I really don't like Rick Ross because Rick Ross does not have a good enough vocabulary for me. Everything with Ross is like Ross, boss, cost, DOS, sauce. Right? Everything rhymes, and it's not like, yeah, just not really. No way, John. No way. Come on, guys. Smoking Joe. So I talk about this pretty regularly, and I've answered this before. In my area, the primary wood I use is oak. I do use some fruit woods like cherries and apples and things like that, but primarily oak. Keep multiple drops hot. Okay, so you have to get a Cambro. That's it. Yo, Mr. Rotary, I saw a first gen RX-7. I don't know where and or how I'm gonna put it in the video, but I saw one and I thought of you, and I have a 4-second clip of this thing. It was clean. Yeah. I don't know who Joyner Lucas is. Yeah. 52. Goodness. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Oh, hey, John, you're absolutely right. Go ahead on. $1,000. I told you, I'm a man of my word. $1,000, I'll shave it all off. Hickory is hard to get in my particular area. So, James, I'm gonna ask you to. So the problem is, asking about wood is one of those things that I get a question about often. So I've answered these questions on my channel. There's a look for the playlist. There's a frequently asked questions or a FAQ playlist. Go into that playlist, and there's 9 of those videos, and they will get you like ramped up to speed on like how much I charge for things, how long things take to cook, what type of wood I use, other things like that. Oh my goodness, man! In Atlantic City, there was like 300 people maybe. There was, from what I understand, there were 70 maybe 60 to 70 show cars, probably including the 10 or the 12 that were on the in a little courtyard there. There wasn't many in Atlantic City at all. Smoking Joe, Tom has you beaten. He's over 60. Glenn, how are you doing? You ain't ready? What's going on with you? Huh. What is the best local barbecue? What is I? You know what? See, this is the problem. See, you can't ask where the best barbecue is from, because barbecue is regional, and you can get best things from different places. Like, you can get burnt ends in Kansas City all day, but they don't do burnt ends in Texas. You can get ribs in St. Louis that are pretty good, but they don't do ribs like that in the Carolinas. So it depends on what you want or what you're in the mood for, I guess, as to what would be best from where. Joaquin, I haven't forgotten about you either. I'm going to review your video again and then watch it and give you some pointers. I haven't forgotten. I just been a little busy at work. What? Baracho, that is crazy. That is a nice surprise, Eric. Michael Kennedy, we don't have a specific man, y'all talking about Shave It Live. We don't have a specific topic tonight. I'm just kind of answering questions, just kind of going with the flow. I don't have anything pressing to talk about, so that's why we're just answering. I'm answering some questions. Hickory, pecan, mesquite, and all right. So James again. Like, you don't seem to sound like you use any oak, and I prefer oak, but I prefer oak because that's what I have readily available. So Swig and Smoke Barbecue says, what are the first 3 things you do if I got $1 million? If I got $1 million, the first thing I probably had to do is pay taxes on it. So after I pay taxes, I would I'd get Vanna fixed. There's something else I'd do. But I'm a simple man. I probably buy myself like a nice I'd get a Audi Q7 TDI Prestige. I'd buy my wife a Tesla, so there's the vehicles out of the way. Pay off debt, and probably look for a decent house somewhere where I wouldn't have to pay for tuition. But I'd probably go to work and be the same old regular dude. I know me, I probably blow through it in 6 months, a year, just not doing stupid stuff, but taking care of things so that I wouldn't have to work as hard as I do. I hear you, Joaquin. So, troll baby, I don't know if you're trolling me or actually asking a serious question, but those Oklahoma Joe smokers are a decent smoker to start on. I say try the poor man's brisket. I I just wish like when I bought the meat for that, I got it from Sam's and it was reduced, so I haven't gone back in and gotten it again just because I haven't seen it reduced again. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. I wanted to try to keep you guys, or some of you guys were actually interested in what was going on, and that was also for my kids too. When I go away, they always want to know what's going on and things like that. So, Kirk says the best barbecue comes from his smoker, brown sugar. In the house tonight, bro. I haven't been any streams in a minute, so it's a good treat. Wait. I said that you don't get the same woods I do, probably. Oh, no. I said that in Texas you can't get burnt ends. In Kansas City they do burnt ends more of a specialty than they do in Texas. Yes, there were quite a few rotaries, Tom. Quite a few rotaries. Um, Hector, how are you doing? James, cooking with James, where are you, sir? Where's your geographical? You said you're in Arizona. Well, J. Rudy, I'm right there. I see food, I eat it, except for pork. Well, last time I was in Texas, I didn't get burnt ends. I mean, just put it that way. I mean, things could change. Yeah, buddy. Uh, ooh. Yeah, y'all gonna have to come up with something soon if y'all trying to get me to shave, because I don't shave in November. Half quarter oak for $250. Oh my gosh, yes. Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. I get a whole quart of oak for 170, $175. I actually need to get one now. I'm like almost out. Michael, you only doing pulled pork and you worried? Man, don't worry about that. Pulled pork is drop dead simple. You can't mess up pulled pork. If you don't think it's done, just let it cook, longer. And I mean, I think I've said this before, and not to not to not for anything. Pulled pork is one of the easiest things you can do because all you have to do is cook the hell out of it. Now, if you were doing brisket or ribs or chicken, then I say you get nervous, but don't get nervous. Man, I would love $1 million. If y'all come up with $1 million, I'll definitely shave my beard. Hold on, you ain't ready. Again, I said it last time I was down there, and I was just really trying to make a statement, like, because someone asked who has the best barbecue, and I'm like, it's not that they have the best barbecue; they have a best specific thing where they do something regionally. So that's the point I was trying to make. Tom, you're absolutely right. If I got $1 million, I probably would end up opening up some sort of restaurant. All right, Lou. Well, thank you. Shit, pay off school loans. Fortunately, I did pay off. I settled with Sally Mae. I said, screw y'all. I'm not paying y'all that money. Um, that's brisket. I'm pretty sure it was brisket. If it wasn't brisket, it was I don't know. Actually, hold on. Let me see. So Eric from Baracho Barbecue asks, "What is the meat I'm slicing up in the intro?"
Hey, this is Dash, and today
Hold on 1 second.
I'm going to be using some knives I just got off of Amazon, and I'm testing them out.
That is what meat was that? That was a little piece of brisket I got. That was in the video. It was called can you cook a brisket hot and fast or something like that? I think. Let me look at it. No, I think that was brisket, and that was from a video. Let's see if I can find it now. It was called like, "Can you grill brisket?" or "Grilling brisket." Sorry. Okay, yeah, it was called "Grilling Brisket." Wait, can you grill brisket? So, go back and do a search in my videos. Remember you went to Ruby's Barbecue and you didn't go to locations out here and really sell barbecue. I didn't sell barbecue. I wasn't selling barbecue back then. You Ain't Ready says, "What is the most challenging thing that I've ever smoked and how did I overcome it?" Chicken. Chicken is the most challenging thing I've done. Smoking Joe, it's not that you got raped. It's just a difference in the price of where you might be geographically. Yep. Rudy's is a gas station, but they do actually have. Yes, Lou. I will shave for $1,000. See, and this is the difference, and this is one of the things that I said about, and I'm a few minutes behind in the comments, but the Texas channels that you watch make burnt ends probably now. When I was in Texas last, which has probably been, actually, shoot, now that I think about it, it's been as long as my daughter has been born, which has been at least 6 years. There was no burnt ends. I got burnt ends in Kansas City, not in Texas. Oh, gosh. Cooking with James, thank you. Have a good one. All right, Preston, that sounds like a plan. Yes, Preston, I agree. Okay, it's just 39% live feed. Everyone doing is $10. Whoa. Seriously? John, yo, you playing with my emotions. Oklahoma Joe or Big Green Egg? I would honestly go with Oklahoma Joe only because I have a Big Green Egg and I don't have Oklahoma Joe, so I want an Oklahoma Joe. Twitter account says it's suspended. My Twitter account? Seriously? Probably is. Because I don't use Twitter. I use Instagram. Let's see here. Oh no, still showing. I mean, I don't know. Let's go. Let's check my messages. Well, no, a tweet went out from my SDSBBQ account. Yeah. Out of order barbecue I did, man, it was snow. Cause it was snowing. I sacrifice the resting. You cannot, if something is not done, if it doesn't get to the temperature you need to get done, you can't make that up. You have to, it has to be done. So if I am in an instance where I'm pressed for time, and there are times when I get pressed for time, like that video I told you when I overslept, I trimmed that brisket in like a half an hour, 45 minutes, where I usually try to let it go for an hour and a half sometimes to rest. So I definitely always, I will sacrifice the resting. That's a really good question. Hey, Tyler Haig, man. How are you doing? Yes, Tyler, he is as cool in person as he is on camera. And you know who else is as cool? And Rich Discoveries, if you're still here, Damien is also cool as hell. Callie is cool as hell. Is cool as hell. Steffi is cool as hell. When I say I met everybody, I met everybody. Brian Hall is cool as hell. Other Brian is cool. I even met Bighorn and his brother. I think his name was like Mike and Dave or Mike and Dan or something like that. Drew was cool though. Drew was on a mission. Drew, he was like, he was watching the cars go by and everything like that. So, he didn't, I didn't talk to him much, but I was chopping it up with B Hall, the other Brian, Steffi, even Jimmy's sister, Rhiannon is cool too. She's funny. She basically threatened to beat Jimmy up. So yes, he is as cool in person as he is on. No, Franklin's doesn't use pine. No barbecue uses pine. Gosh, pine will get you sick if you use that for cooking. But back to your question, Tyler. Yes, he is as cool in person as he is on camera. He is also as tall in person as he is on camera. I'm 6 foot tall, and I mean he's taller than me. So, but I was no BS. I was chopping it up with those guys for probably an hour or so. Like I saw them at the gas station. Was like, yo, oh, you guys haven't seen the videos of that yet, but yes, I saw Jimmy at the gas station, and I'm like, yo, you're Jimmy Oaks. I'm like, don't move. I'm coming to talk to you. So I went over there and talked to him for a quick second, and I mean, talked to Jimmy, talked to B Hall, Jip. It was funny because the first night, no. When I talked to them, I asked about Jip. I was like, yo, what does Jip stand for? Because I thought Jip stand for, I was like, I made up my own acronym. I thought Jip stand for jerk in public. And they're like, no, that wasn't what it was. But it really was cool talking to them. Gosh. I work with computers and then I'm like fires Sean or Mrs. Sean. Oh man. You ain't ready, man. I'm telling I enjoyed Rudy's. Does the traffic bother me? No, not really. Rich, I can imagine. I can imagine. Good advertising, Gloria. What's good advertising? You gotta remember, I'm sorry, I'm a couple minutes behind. Oh my gosh, I'm 6 minutes behind. So brisket stop burrito, damn, that's good. Alright. Yep. I do buy meat from local stores, but the local stores I buy meat from are national chains for the most part. Michael, I don't see that your concern right there is exactly why I do not make my own sauce. It's one of those things. I have 3 kids, and if you give people options, they're going to complain about something. If you give people one option or tell them this is what it is, either you like it or you don't, either you eat it or you don't, either you use it or you don't, then there's no hemming and hawing, there's no going back and forth. And like when I do events, I get plain chips. You know why? Because either you're going to get the chips or you're not. That's it. I mean, I'm not catering and I'm not having 15 different bags of chips and I want sweet barbecue sauce and regular barbecue sauce and, this vinegar based sauce and nope. I'm sorry. You ain't ready. I'm getting pulled in a lot of directions and this is usually what ends up happening. So unless I have a topic and I can just kind of, brain dump on something. So it was the most difficult thing I've done because the chicken skin needs higher heat than what you can normally do or what you normally do in a smoker, especially when you have other things that you're cooking. So if you're doing like brisket, you want the brisket low and slow. You want your ribs low and slow. Your chicken, you will need to bump up the temperature. So one of the things I did to overcome it was I've either cooked the chicken separately, used barbecue sauce to help put some moisture back into the skin, or I've done without and done boneless, skinless breast and thighs. Yep, that's exactly it. The skin is the hardest thing to do on chicken. Hey Larry, how are you doing this evening? Uh, Kirk, cool. I've been to Arthur Bryant's restaurant. Tyler Haig. I'm good with names. Hector, I appreciate that. I am pretty good at pronouncing it. I'll tell you what, we went to, there's a restaurant in Ocean City. It's called Guido's Burritos. And the waitress, like all of the waitresses are from like Western Europe, so like Russia, Romania, like that area. And our waitress, her name was Maritza. And it's funny because, I like we sat down. When we sat down, I got up and I go wash my hands. Right, I'm that guy. I'm always washing my hands. So I went, washed my hands, came back, and I sat down. And she was taking drink orders, so I basically was the last person. So when I sat down, I was like, "What's your name?" And she's like, "Maritza." And I said, "Okay, Maritza." And she went like this, like, "Wow, that was really good." And I'm like, "I have a good ear. I have a good ear and a good tongue." It's one of those things where pronunciation is like, seriously, there's no sweeter sound than the sound of your name. And there's no sweeter sound than the sound of your name if it's a hard name to pronounce and people just butcher your name and someone says it correctly. Definitely. Lou Calamatis. The 30 pounds of pulled pork Friday for a cancer benefit on Saturday. Benji, good luck, man. All right, Mr. Sean, you have a great evening. Or Mr. Sean Saluki. Saluki, man. What's the biggest cook I've done? The biggest cook I've done, I did a video on it. It was called like Lessons Learned for Cooking for 300 plus people. That was the biggest cook I've done. Manny, how you doing, man? No problem, Michael. Dad, John says, can you tell us what you use to get the color on a chicken you smoke? Nope. No charge related to inoperable brain cancer, helping to raise her. Wow. Money said, that's admirable, Benji. Definitely. Good video on YouTube about the legend of burnt ends. I'll bite. YouTube. The legend of burnt ends. Ooh. Burnt ends. Burnt ends. The story of burnt ends. I will watch that later. All right. All right. So you ain't ready says if you like me, you probably experiment with this and that. So what was my biggest fail? Why? And what did I learn from it? The most recent one was those when I tried to do the poor man's burnt ends. For the most part, I'm not tooting my own horn or anything. I really all right. Two parts. In the past, my biggest fail was brisket. Like I could not cook brisket. You ask my wife. It really took me 7 years to get it right. No BS. As of late, it's been those brisket burnt ends or the cheap man's burnt ends or poor man's burnt ends. I have not tried it again, but I know where I made my mistake. So, yeah. Vanna is chilling in her spot in the driveway. No worries, Rob. How you doing? Eric. Fat side up always. John, you're funny. Oh man. Yes, Brandon, I did see the smoker walking around. I like the picture. I liked it too. All right, we're getting there. I have a package I want to open up. Next best thing. Hopefully you're still here. I'm sorry. I kind of wanted to build up some suspense for this and get some folks in the room. Yeah, buddy. That's what's up, Manny. I appreciate you watching, man. Using Dr. Pepper as a marinade. J Rotary, never tried it. Never tried it. I'm not a purist. I'm a keep it simple type dude. Now, Brandon, I can say that I did not see the gator picture. Some scratching. Yep. You ain't ready. You are absolutely correct. I like keep it simple. Like I learned that a long time ago. Keep it simple. So I have been waiting patiently to open this package for 2 or 3 days now. I think I went and got it on Monday. Yeah, so 2 days. And I've kind of already, figured out what I think was in it. But I still wanted to open it on a live. Gosh, freaking plastic. Brisket did give me problems, man. Oh boy. Wow. Brandon, that sounds like it's what's up. Next best thing, I really hope you are still here. I did get a package in the mail. It's from Heaven Made Products. And I see it. Wow. I like information. I'm not gonna bore you guys and read this whole thing, but I'm gonna hold that off for later. I guess next best thing had to dip off. So I have some seasonings here. This is from Heaven Made Products. Ooh. We actually have a list of ingredients here. That's awesome. This is a Texas Best Brisket Rub. So let's see. Oh, got a decent seal here. I'm just looking at what I see in here. Wow. All right. This is Texas Best Rib Rub, Texas Best Brisket Rub, Rib Rub, and oh, we got a big one. It's incredible. This one says it's incredible. It says it's incredible and everything. I'm not going to read the ingredients, but it's gluten-free, Mac Boy. Actually, all three of them are gluten-free. Oh, so, Steven, I'm good, man. You injected or sprayed your brisket every hour? Benji, why do you only do points? Points are way more expensive, and you don't get the good cut. You only get the lean cut. I want the good cut. You only get the flat. I want the good cut, the point. No, Larry, I have not taken advantage of it to get fixed. I'm kind of afraid to take it to get fixed. I don't want that bill. You guys have heard of this stuff before? I haven't. So tell me more about it. Tell me more. Come on. So Tom says it's incredible. He puts it on his eggs. Jerry Williams, how you doing this evening, sir? Steven, I don't know if you heard me, but I said life is good, man. Definitely. Spray and inject. Nah. Me neither. Oh yeah, plenty of garlic in this one. This is good. This is incredible. Ooh. All right, you ain't ready? I hear you. Problem is, I'm not getting the whole brisket just to try this. I can't remember how much the last brisket I paid for was, but it was less than $4. Maybe it been about the $3. I'm using a different finger. Ooh, it's the rib rub. Definitely taste these flavors that it says are in here. Hey, Smoking Joe, thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Let's get in this brisket one. Ooh. Ooh. I like this brisket rub. I like this one. Yep. Taste that. All right. Next best thing. There we go. Man. Next best thing. What is your name again, man? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like, even just tasting them. And, you know, tasting seasonings straight out the jar does nothing for what they actually are or taste like. And Tom says he used the brisket rub on his ribs. All right, man, y'all. Shoot, y'all might have me trying some more new stuff. Ah, man, don't get down, man. Just consider the alternative. You are doing just fine. So, John, good question. It's incredible. It does not taste like there's very much sugar in here, though it is listed as the 5th ingredient. Excuse me. Now, on the Texas rib rub, is listed as so there's raw sugar, brown sugar. Then if you keep going down, there's, I guess, like granulated sugar, because it just says sugar again. So this one, yeah, more sugar. This one, the brisket rub, raw sugar, brown sugar, and sugar. So yeah, there are decent sugars in this one. Get a mug. All right, Baracho Barbecue. He's thinking his name should be changed to Chuck Norris. Hey Brian, how are you? Oh well, happy birthday, Brittany. Brittany. All right. Bastard Straps, I'm glad that I don't get shot on my grown-up job. I'm not big on the competitions. The only competitions I might end up doing more of is the SEA events. Brandon says he quit buying rubs a while back and he started making his own. People seem to like the product it makes, so he kept on doing it. Brandon, the only problem I have with making my own rubs is consistency and time. Yeah. Steven says he just experimented with a small brisket using the same technique that the French used to bake a whole fish. Smoked it at 250 degrees for 4 hours and then completely covered it in a shell of moist sea salt. Well, don't, just only tell us half the story, Steven. Tell us how it turned out. Points are no more expensive here. Same price as flats. I charge accordingly. All right, Benji. Oh, no problem, Brian. Brittany, how old are you, Brittany? And Brittany, you are good peoples. You are a Libra. My birthday is in 11 days, Brittany. I knew I liked you. Might not like your father so much, but I like you. Because you're a Libra. So, Chuck, Tony Chachere's for me is a little too salty. I've had a little bit of that, and it's just a little too salty. Swig and Smoke, man, come on. You can watch Netflix with me. We can Netflix and grill. No chilling. Netflix and grill. Ash Boogie, how you doing? T-Dog, how you doing? Hey, yo, Travis, man, we missed you this weekend. No problem, Jeff, no problem. Yep. Cold adult. You had me at cold adult beverages, John. Oh, man. Travis, well, hopefully you can go back and watch the live stream that I did. And I need to get hopping on. Well, Travis, did you see? I met Jimmy Oaks and I met Damien. All right. Cool. That's what's up, man. Dude, it was cool. Sheldon, how you doing this evening? All right, Chuck, I'll keep that in mind. How much time do you think you spent in front? Oh my gosh. Too much time. Too much time. Swig and Smoke says, how much time do you think you spent in front of your smoker? When I was laid off and working for myself for that year and a half, you figure I did on average 2 cooks a week. And let's just say I spent 12 hours, 12 to 15 hours in front of that smoker every week. Okay? I mean, you do the math. There were definitely times when I would spend way more time. But my goodness. Brooklyn's in the house. Hash, yeah, buddy. It was surreal, man. I'm telling you, I really like one of the things that I wanted to do is, so anybody know who B Saint Media is or ever seen a B Saint Media video? The guy, his name is Steve. The guy that does those that runs that channel. His name is Steve. So a few years ago, my thing was, I was like, oh man, this guy's coming to Ocean City. He's gonna be in Ocean City. I gotta meet him. I know he's gonna do some things for my channel, right? So I busted my hump and I got out and I met him. And you know, the whole thing was, I commented on videos, on his YouTube videos, and I said, yo, I'm such a big fan. I've been a fan. You know, come H2O, I want to link up. So I'm like, cool. And he kind of was nonchalant about it, like, yeah, you know, all right, I'll see you in Ocean City. So we got to Ocean City, and I'm like, yo, I have some food for you. I have something for you. Let me find out where you are. Meet me here, and I have some food for you. I gave him some food, you know, pulled pork. So he and his wife took it back to the hotel, and then like later that day, he hit me up like, oh my God, I have to buy some of this. Like I need more. Like I'm gonna buy some. So yeah. Ooh. T-Dog, I do not I don't subscribe to chopped pork, and between chopped pork and pulled pork, it would be pulled pork, but honestly I don't do either. I don't eat pork. Yeah. Thank you, Travis. Sheldon, man, there's plenty of folks out there. The problem, though, is if you want one that's going to be commercially done, it's going to take you some time. If you want one that's going to be backyard built, it might not work properly. Yes, but before he was the camera guy for the performance shop in Delaware, he had and made his own YouTube videos. I'd implore you to go and check out his his channel if you haven't already. Mixing classic butt rub and the McCormick's apple rub. Rub is like easier. Ash Boogie, that right there, consistency. So Travis, do you watch the stuff from Reese Proven Motorsports or MotorWorks? Oh yeah, I've seen it. I just haven't watched it. I just haven't watched it. Like I've seen a couple things here and there. Brandon's right. Sheldon. All right, so we're an hour in, and next best thing, I missed it. What is your name? I did check my Twitter. I don't know. Uh Travis, I don't like that guy, Street Speed 717. I really dislike the clickbait titles, and I don't know if you watched when he was driving. He was driving through Maryland a while ago, and I paid his ticket. I was like, you know what? One YouTube money to another YouTube money, and it was like a $70 ticket. Because he put the citation number up online. I said, let me go see if this citation is still out there. And it was. So he was, bitching about the ticket. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to pay it. I'm going to pay it. And I commented on his Instagram and was like, hey, man. He's like, I was like, hey, the ticket you have, it's been taken care of. And I got to thank you. That was it. Thank you. Thanks. I'm like, that, he could have done something. But that wasn't the end. I didn't even mind that. I was just like, okay, well, maybe that's just him. But the clickbait titles is what got me. Lupe, I do not make my own barbecue sauce. Trey, this is Chicago. Chi-Town. Trey, I appreciate that. Really, I do. Is this something that you, I've never heard of this before. Never heard of this company. And obviously, they are in Virginia. So, oh no, they're in Texas. See, it's on Virginia Lane. That's what I thought it was. So they're in Texas. How have you guys, so those of you guys who know about these heaven-made products, tell me more about them. Convince me, sell me on these. Yeah. Man, I let it go. Seriously, this is it's a cool cool story. I remember when type story. But really, I paid his. He got a ticket, and like I said, he got a ticket, and he put the citation number out there, and I was like, you know what? Let me see, and I did, and I was expecting something. I even commented hey man, I'm just down the road in Baltimore. Hit me up whenever if ever you want something to eat, I'll bring it to you. And nothing. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna chalk that one up. I mean, yeah. Don't know the brand that I bought. I use barbecue rub from How to Barbecue. Right, all right. They also sell degrees of hotness and rubs and injections. All right, Tom, that's what's up. So, I mean, why hasn't anyone told me about these things sooner? Cosmos Q stuff. But you know what? See, this is all part. There are a lot of different things out there, barbecue related, and seasonings, rubs, marinades, and all types of stuff. So, what are your favorite seasonings to use? Do you, do salt, pepper, and garlic at home, or do you have a off the shelf something that you use? All right, BRBQUE, Travis. Oh, I didn't even see how much these cost. I probably should look it up. Please visit our website for more of our phenomenal seasonings, marinades, and recipes. They have a compound butter. Butcher pork, barbecue pork injection. Huh. John, I have not cooked on a Blackstone griddle. I would love one. Again, it's just one of those things. I haven't gotten around to getting one yet. Adulthood. I have other priorities. I have seen folks cooking on them though, and I can see where they would come in handy. You know, like cooking breakfast and such. But I have not gotten one. I haven't pulled the trigger on one just yet. Brandon says he loves his Blackstone beach and barbecue. His name's Corey. He's out on the Eastern Shore. He loves his Blackstone griddle, and DC Cooks loves his Blackstone griddle as well. NG, man, I wanted to go buy a bologna loaf or log or whatever. I think it was like 30. It was between $25 and $30 because it was a 7-pound loaf, and it was $3 and some change per pound from the Restaurant Depot. I was like, yo, y'all don't have anything smaller? So, and I don't really just experiment with stuff. Next best thing says you try Heaven Made because it was supposedly not high in sodium. I think it delivers and it works well for me. I also rolled Cosmos. Oh, Trey, I really appreciate you sending this, for having this sent to me. Really, I do. I like trying new rubs and new things, and I have definitely given that Cosmos. I put that Cosmos stuff to work. There were some of them I didn't like. Some of them we definitely like more than others. But like, thank you so very much. Bologna I've gotten from the Restaurant Depot because I wanted to do a whole log. So it was like 3 1/4, and it was like a 7-pound log. So it's like $25, and I was like, I don't know about this. Go to the grocery store and do what? Say, can you lop me off like 2 pounds of bologna? Like, how does that work out? Oh, one of the other things too, it's beef bologna I'm getting. If I'm going to be doing bologna, I'm going to be getting beef bologna. So, yeah. Tom, exactly. A review video of what? The next best thing rubs? I will. Something. Alright, well, no problem. Benji, appreciate that. Colin, so, you know what? My buddy MacBoy, Andrew, you still on? Woo. Benji's like, yo, you gotta do boar's head. 6,000 pounds. Shoot. No, sir. Alright. Jimmy, which one did you use? Jimmy Q? Alright, so hold on. Let's take a moment, and I know this is not going to be for everybody. Colin. I am so here's the deal. I got into watching Haggard maybe 2 years ago. And I remember seeing Haggard videos from before, like when they were younger, much younger, and doing like real dumb stuff. Like, I remember the first Lexus he bought, and he cut the springs and slammed it down on the ground. And I just did, man, it's not my thing. Yeah, Ash, I know. Rip Haggard. That wasn't my thing, so I never watched. I don't remember who and or why or what Orion did. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to give him a chance. And I watched the videos. And I think it had to do with when they were doing vlogging. When Orion was vlogging, I liked the vlogs. Because I like the story. And, be able to keep up with people and what they're doing and things like that. as opposed to doing stupid stuff. So now he's back to doing stupid stuff, and unfortunately, I'm wrapped in because I like Orion's character. And I'm not going to say him as a person, his character on what used to be the Haggard Garage channel. All right, Bastard Strauss, man. Craig, have a good one. So I liked his character when, you know, they were doing different things when they got that shop and they were doing stuff in the shop and everything like that. I got roped in. Like I committed to watching. And I watched it and I was happy to see that they were coming out with stuff every day and things like that. But then they kicked Brendan out. Like which one? One of them was the one that had the rape charge or the sexual misconduct charge, and one of them had a problem with the eye, and then Dylan, I like, see, that's all part of the problem. I wasn't invested in them long enough to really know the backstories behind some of this stuff, but the problem is they were kids, and they were getting money. The problem with kids and getting money is apparently Orion was the one that was controlling it. Yeah, Ash, man, but you know what the whole thing was? Orion was trying to take advantage of opportunities. There was some sort of it was either a rape charge or a sexual misconduct charge, and he was supposed to have been labeled, because there are people in the comments that used to leave comments about it like, oh, he's a rapist, oh, he's a pedophile, oh, one of those things. And I think it was the same dude. So there was Dylan and Brendan, Cam, Orion, Marcus was one of the original dudes in Haggard, and then of course Chris Rudnick. So they called him Rodnock, or he got the term Rodnock. But so this whole thing it just seems like it's petty, because I think people who've been watching Ricer Miata, who's Chris Rudnick, for let's say 3 to 5 years, and people who are watching Orion for the same 3 to 5 years, okay, they're kind of like, yo, hey, someone probably innocently asked them, hey, what's up with you and Orion? Are you guys, actually still not friends anymore? And then Chris Rudnick was like, oh, no, we're not friends. I hate his guts, and here's why. And then he spilled his guts, and he roundabout kind of said the story and only told part of the story. And you know how there's 3 sides of the story: his side, my side, and the truth. So there's a bit of this and that. The problem, though, is all of the car guys who have been watching their videos for such a long time, or even people who watched their videos a long time ago, they're gotten suggested into this. So Rudnick fired first, okay? Orion answered, but Orion answered smartly on Damien's channel. I thought that was brilliant, because Orion wanted to keep the drama from his channel, but then also basically pay Damien in ad revenue and in, views. Brilliant. Me and my buddy MacBoy, 212, we were talking about that, and it was like Orion basically paid Damien in views. Goon Squad. I think I have seen some stuff from Goon Squad. Sometimes I'm like, I am all car channeled out. But there are other times where I'm like, oh, I've watched everything I want to watch. What else can I watch? So I'm like, the problem though, John, and this is one of those things, if I don't get in on a channel from the bottom up, like grow with the channel or watch the channel grow, I lose interest in it fast. Just because, I don't know, I just do. But, Benji, I hear you. Oh, man. So, but the whole thing is, so those guys were together in the past, right? And then the whole thing is, Orion has followers and Rudnick has followers, right? So the people who follow Orion, some of them don't even know who Rudnick is. Some of the people who watch Rudnick don't know who Orion is, don't know who Haggard Garage was. Uh, yeah. So I just got on a Rich Rebuilds channel once. Who was it? Like, not Tested or Vice. I think it was Vice did something on him. So I've been watching his videos. The problem though with Rich is his stuff is rather sporadic for me, or to me, and it's just one of those things where I want progress, but like his stuff is just a little too few and far between for me. I like Rich. I like him for who he is and what he does, though. Definitely, I like Rich Rebuilds for that. All right, Barajo, Eric, I'm talking about YouTube, folks. You guys know I'm getting bigger on YouTube, but I don't just watch barbecue on YouTube. I watch a lot of car content. So there's been some drama in or with the quote unquote car community in New England on YouTube, and it stems from people who used to hang out and do car videos together. A group of guys, they were known as Haggard Garage, and when I say known as, they basically they disbanded more or less. I have been watching. Hold on, Ash asked about Mighty Car Mods. Now, I put my money where my mouth is. I support YouTubers because I am a YouTuber. I do watch Mighty Car Mods. I have not watched Mighty Car Mods much as of late. 16 minutes or 01 Camaro. Oh, John. Yeah, okay. Yep. I do have the book. That book was like $60. Yeah, I like Mighty Car Mods. Ooh, Colin asked, what's my favorite barbecue spot? Gates or Arthur Bryant's? So, I would have to go again because the memories I have from going to Kansas City are like 7 years old. I haven't been to Kansas City in quite a while. But, Colin, back to your original question. I think that the beef is, like, it was squashed, was dead. There's no point in bringing it back up. And then, like, you had people who were not even, I won't say not involved, but who weren't there. Like Carr. Carr was a dude from Florida who helped him. Now, mind you, I think Carr has valid points in talking about the fact that he helped him do some of this stuff. What nerd? But Carr, then Dan from Dan's Rotten Custom. So remember when Dan was supposed to be building a Lexus, and then they had that whole thing about getting a Lexus shell back from Dan, and Dan was paid this money, and Dan never did anything. Actually, Joe's Oklahoma Joe's. I like Oklahoma Joe's. But Dan didn't do the work, and I think again, there's probably way more to that story than is being told. Yep. So Manny says he missed the OG Haggard videos, and that's the thing. Like, I wasn't into Haggard when it was back in the OG Haggard days. Like, I thought that I was past that point. You got to remember, I'll be turning 38 in, what is it, 11 days. So those guys who were in their teens and under 21 doing car stuff, I did all of that stuff before. Oh yes, that's right. That's right. That's funny, John. Thank you very much. So I have not subscribed to Boosted Boys. Boosted Boys pop up every now and again because I do watch Adam LZ. I do watch Haggard, or well now Orion. I do watch BS for Build. I watch uh, TJ Hunt. I watch David Patterson, so that dude in blue. I mean, I could probably rattle off 15 car channels I watch on YouTube. And I keep seeing the Boosted Boys pop up. Rob Ferretti. I've been watching Rob Ferretti, Super Speeders Rob, for such a long time. I just recently subscribed to Cletus. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get down with Cletus because all the hell yeah brother and everything like this. It just was grating on me. It's too much of an act for me. Like, so I watched a couple of videos, and then one of my buddy Andrew, he's like, dude, you gotta watch Cletus. You gotta watch Cletus. You gotta watch Cletus. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I wasn't feeling it, so I didn't subscribe. But then I did subscribe. I did watch. I remember watching the whole him getting Leroy down to 7 seconds and everything like that. I'm pretty invested now. Huh. Yeah, Manny. He definitely was doing the. He did his own thing, but then, and I kind of believe it. They said the Dan was strung out on meth, or he was doing drugs, and all he cared about was drugs. And because I should do a build, man. Ash, I would love to do a build. I don't have the time or the money to do a build, man. I thought about that the other day. Actually, it might have been today or yesterday. I have a Dodge Dakota sitting in my garage, and I'm like, yo, that could be a starter drift vehicle. Excuse me. Like, it'd be awesome if I could 2J swap or put an LS in it. You guys know how I feel about LS, so to me, I would want to do a 2J swap. And actually, if if money was no object, I would like find a TDI and put a TDI into the Dakota, or even better. See, you got me thinking here. Even better. All right, J Rotary, Cummins. Yep, a Crate Cummins motor. Super Johnny, you beat me to it. 1J will be lovely. I would love the sound of the 1J, but I am a diesel guy. Like, I really like diesels. So, you guys, I'm sorry. You have to pardon my voice, too. I didn't mention it, but I lost my voice. Oh wait, I did in the beginning. Kirk told me I was hollering too much in Ocean's here. And it's absolutely true. I was hollering too much. Oh, Jack, don't blame Betty. Manny, no. No. I want TDI swaps or diesel swaps. Super Johnny, don't you, jump on that bandwagon. You guys know how I feel about diesels. TDI swap the world. Blah blah blah. Turbo, it's not even turbo cards, it's just forced induction. So turbocharged, supercharged. Whew, goodness, my last two vehicles have been turbos. Yeah. Chickser Joe, I'm still into bikes. I've been doing the barbecue, man, so I dream about getting a bike one day again. It's just not in the cards right now. Rotary swap. No, sir. Give me diesel. Brandon, baby backs. You can fit way more baby backs than you in a smoker than you can spares. Rotaries are a dream. How are they too sketchy? If you get a rotary done correctly, then I mean it'll run just fine. Just like yo, look at Hertz. Hertz rotary is a monster. But then again, the what's his name? John Angel. That dude he knows his stuff. You don't have to rebuild a diesel. That's what that goes on. TDI swapped the world. Ash, I am trying. Definitely. I am trying. I would love to get some sort of sponsors. Hey, Dr. Ramirez, you take great care. Thank you very much for hanging out. I will, your little 1.1 liter, it probably would take out a V8, but your little 1.1 liter revs to like 18,000. Like, that's ridiculous. Me, I'm a diesel guy. I like diesels. I like the fuel efficiency or the efficiency of a diesel. I do. That's my stuff right there. Jack says he just added some heat plates in his Oklahoma Joe. It still tastes like an ashtray. Do you have an ability to split up the woods? It's a 6 liter, not a 7.3. I wish it was a 7.3. If it was a 7.3, I probably wouldn't be having the issues I'm having now. It's a 6 liter, 2006. Yep. I don't have a 7.3, But what's crazy is right. All right, that's what's up. Let's see. The diesel, man, I like the diesel the diesel I had in my Jetta. That was a diesel. That was an engine that I really liked. And versus the 2 liter diesel that I have now, or 1.9 liter, 2 liter. Jack, so maybe try splitting your wood into smaller pieces and using less of it. Or you might, if you're having an issue with it tasting like ash, you're not getting enough air. It's not getting an incomplete burn. It's not getting a complete burn. Jixer Joe 92 says I got to do a tomahawk steak video. I like to go big, and so does my girl. That's what's up. I've cooked a bunch of tomahawks. I got a GTI and this CSI non-diesel. All right, see, Colin, where do you live, sir? And Colin, see, I'm a Volkswagen geek enough that I know exactly what. Do you know what TSI stands for? You should go on live streams with Ice Poseidon. We'll get loads of subs. He lets anyone in VR6 sound. Carbon effect seals and seals. Breaks my housing. Damage. Ooh, 15,000. All right. So, Colin from Cape Coral. TSI stands for Turbo Stratified Injection. Yes, I'm that car guy, like undercover car guy and knows my stuff. And just by the engine code, I can tell you. You said you have a GTI GTIs did not come in diesel. Golf would be the only one that would come in a diesel. And TSI means obviously it's a gas. What 2.0 T, 1.8 T or 2.0 T. Now that's yeah. Okay, Manny, check you out. What? What? Man, see, Manny, that's why. Manny, did you look it up? Did you look it up? The GTD is the diesel in Europe. Get the draws. Oh, man. Manny, did you know that or did you look it up? Come on. Be honest. Stratified, yes. Turbo stratified injection. So basically it injects the gasoline into the engine as a diesel does. Yeah, John, I know. You saw. I didn't look it up. What is TFSI? TSFI? TFSI. Oh yeah. Manny knows what. Yeah. I do not know what FZR stands for. And that does show me you've been sub for a long time. It's 318 Ti, Colin. But we'll go with E36 Ti. That's fine. No way, Brandon. It's not an M3. It's a 318. This is not an M car. Yep. Can y'all see? Look. Let's see. Yep. This is Tommy F. Yeah. This was purchased to enter into the Club Sport drawing. No. TSI is turbo stratified injection. TFSI is turbo fuel stratified injection. Why they had to make that difference, I don't know. Yeah, they are. No, they're not in Japan. They're in Germany. So I watched Tommy F. Yeah, too. I watched. So actually, you know, it's funny. I started watching Jimmy Oaks when he was in Haggard videos. So I started watching Jimmy Oaks before I started watching Adam LZ. And I started watching Adam LZ when Jimmy Oaks went to Florida one time and he was like, yo, shout out my friend Adam LZ, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh. Brandon, I have seen some research, seen some stuff, and that 3.5 liter EcoBoost, it does get up, and that's because of the fact that it's turboed, so it's less weight and higher displacement technically. So Jixer Joe, I sold that bike to buy Bessie. You remember that? I think I told you, or I told you guys that. Ooh. So Ash, I've seen Monkey London. Monkey London came to the States and hung out with Jimmy. I was like, man, the worst thing I can do is start subscribing to people who are across the pond. So I won't say only subscribe to American, YouTubers, but I just haven't subscribed because I feel like the different content will be just like stuff that I won't ever be able to see or do. At least if I'm watching somebody that's in the States, the likelihood of me being able to go to the same track or meet up with them is higher. Uh, John, I need a little bit more context on what CMAG would be. CMAG. John, you're too funny. Too funny. Hey, thank you so very much for hanging out. I really do appreciate you staying and watching. Really do. I know the first hour is kind of like the golden hour on these live streams. Yes, Colin, I have seen that Ford diesel F-150. Only problem though is that Ford diesel F-150 is like 65, 70 grand. For that same 65, 70 grand, I can get an F-250. I'd opt for the F-250. Brandon, you work for a Ford dealership? Hold that. He says he sells for a Ford dealership. All right. That's what's up, Brandon. It's good to know. Shoot, me too. I have a diesel. Definitely. I have multiple diesels, actually. I'm definitely a polluter as well. What? $100,000? T-shirt news. No news is good news for me, Mark. I actually got to get up with my man, and that was one of the things I was supposed to be doing while I was down. Like, I had big plans for us this weekend because we were hanging out together. The problem though is, the weekend got away from me, and first the weekend got away from me, and two, I was just hanging out with my friends, man, just having a good time. I want to get those things taken care of soon. No, there was no turbo diesel in a Mark 1. The Mark 1s were naturally aspirated diesels. And Mark 1 Jettas, I'm not real big on Mark 1s only because I like the creature comforts of newer vehicles. Though I will tell you, I did get in a Mark 1 Cabriolet last year for the Mark 1 meet in Ocean City. And I didn't think I would fit in it, but man, I fit in it pretty nice. And I was like, man, this is lovely. Wow. 87,000. What is the commission on an $87,000 vehicle? Manny, dude. Yeah, but I couldn't fit in his. Like, I don't know what it was about Nick's car, man. I didn't fit in it, and I think it was partly because of the VR swap and the custom seats and stuff like that. Hey, I like that in you, the 2019 R. I like it. I like that a lot. We can start bugging out and geeking out on car guy stuff. I'm cool with it. Okay, Brandon, that's good to know. Colin, thank you. I mean, I get what, I know 30% of gross. I get it. So there was something I was watching recently, and I can't remember what channel it was on, but it was talking about these trains that use like a diesel, like a rotary stroke, but it was diesel. That right there, that's what's up. Well, you can't have a stick as well as the pedals. If you have pedals, that means you have the DSG. So if you have the DSG, that means you don't have a manual transmission. Your TDI didn't suck. You suck because you didn't know how to drive the TDI. TDI. Man, that's the best vehicle you ever owned and you got rid of it. You a sucker. It was something that had or used like the compression. I'm telling you, it was one of those things where the compression from one cylinder pushed it in. I'm telling you, it might not have been rotary, but it was a similar concept of like a rotational diesel, and it was lovely. It was cool. It was cool. When I was watching, I was like, what? Yeah, buddy. Thanks, Joe. You're absolutely correct. And that's pretty much my friends. We go down there. We are family. So it's funny. My buddy Andrew, he's like, hey, one night we have to have family dinner, and that was all of us in the house going out eating together. We usually cook breakfast together, so that wasn't a big thing. But we had to go out one night, and we did. That's just because of the way you drove it, Travis. Because I mean, I know I drive mine hard, and I can get 40 plus miles per gallon. Mm. You might have me looking at doing Juicy Lucy's again. I did Juicy Lucy's in the Sous Vide, and man, it was good. It was real good. Gosh, I think it was like a Modern Marvels, and it was talking about trains, and one of the trains that they had, or one of the engines in the trains, was actually, I think it was Modern Marvels, and it was talking about the diesel engine and how far it had come, and one of the engines or one of the things they were talking about. Ash, where are you exactly? Ash Phillips, where are you? It depends on where you are. Um, it depends on where you are in the United States as to how easy it is or isn't to get a driver's license. And Travis, the only difference, see, you just didn't embrace the diesel lifestyle, man. You want that high horsepower, um, whereas the diesel, man, is oh my gosh, man, so much more torque, but it's not as sporty of a vehicle as a GLI would be, definitely. Plus, I'm a little older than you, so I can afford to not want to be driving something so sporty because I know all I would do is get in trouble. TSI. But see, I mean, also, Colin said he was leaving, but Colin, like, someone says GLI, I know that that's a Jetta. Someone says GTI, I know that that's a Golf. So, Travis, you didn't know me back when I used to drive really fast. That's all I got to say about that. Travis, man, I'm telling you, the diesel, I like the diesel. I like the torque from the diesel. There's a difference between liking the torque and liking the horsepower. I like the torque because I know what I can do with it. You know, I can pull a house with it. I can roll into the throttle and pass somebody. No need to downshift. Yeah, buddy. I used to drive faster than I did in the Mistress in the Mark V. Man, I still drive fast. I drive too fast now. But that's the whole reason why I got out of sports cars, off of motorcycles, because I rode and drove too fast. Wow. Comrade, thank you. That is interesting. This is why I like having these live streams, because this conversation, this dialogue with you guys is awesome. Oh man, this thing is almost a half an hour long. Burnt ends or we get affected a day. Do 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 do. The more you know. All right. Look, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. We're on a good note. So thank you so very much again, as always, for hanging out. I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I can't say thank you enough for doing just that. Taking the time out of your day to hang out with me. I really am honored. So thank you so very much again, and I'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, will be the video of the cheap knives I got. All right? Thanks again. I'll see you guys. No putting up closing time anymore. That video got me demonetized last time. Did I buy a keychain? A keychain from who? Tommy? I did not buy a keychain from Tommy. Yeah, buddy. I'm not even reading that one, Johnny.